This year marks 40 years since Different Strokes wrapped its final season. The hit comedy starred beloved child star Gary Coleman and ran for 8 seasons. From 1978 to 1986, a trailblazer in its era, the story revolved around an interracial, blended family and tackled racial and social issues from a comedic lens. The sitcom was an immediate hit. So today, in this video, you will see how have the actors of the movie Different Strokes change. You will know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then, in 1978, and what's with them now, in 2025. Okay, let's go. Charlotte Rae as Edna Garrett. Born April 22, 1926. Charlotte Rae played the role of Edna Garrett at the age of 52. The Drummond family's housekeeper and a maternal figure to Arnold and Willis. Rae's portrayal of the warm and no-nonsense Mrs. Garrett was a fan favorite. And the character went on to star in the spin-off series The Facts of Life, where Rae played that role for 7 seasons. She received an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. After Different Strokes and Facts of Life, there she did plenty of voice work, including in the Itsy Bitsy Spider and 101 Dalmatians, the series. She also appeared in the 2008 comedy You Don't Mess with the Zohan and the 2012 thriller Love Sick Love. Her last feature film credit was Ricky and the Flash with Meryl Streep in 2015. That same year she released her autobiography The Facts of My Life, co-written by her son Larry Strauss. She passed away in 2018 at the age of 92. Conrad Bain as Philip Drummond. Born February 4, 1923. Conrad Bain played the role of Philip Drummond at the age of 55. The wealthy Park Avenue businessman who takes in the 2 young brothers, Arnold and Willis. After their mother's passing, Bain was the straight man to the diminutive, wisecracking Gary Coleman, who played Arnold, the younger of the 2 boys. Prior to Different Strokes, Bain was known for his role as Dr. Arthur Harmon on the sitcom Maude. He was the stuffy, conservative neighbor of Maude. After Different Strokes, Bain continued to act, appearing in various television shows and films. When Different Strokes ended, he played the presidential aide Charlie Ross, alongside George C. Scott, in the sitcom Mr. President, 1987-88. His last television appearance was as a priest in the detective drama Unforgettable, 2011. Bain was married to Monica Sloan from 1945 until his death in 2013 from complications following a stroke. He was just 1 month away from celebrating his 90th birthday. Mary Ann Mobley as Maggie McKinney Drummond. Born February 17, 1937. Mary Ann Mobley played the role of Maggie McKinney Drummond at the age of 41. Philip Drummond's second wife, who appeared in the later seasons of the show. Mobley's portrayal of the kind and supportive Maggie was a welcome addition to the Drummond household. Prior to Different Strokes, Mobley had a successful career as a model and actress. In addition to winning the Miss America contest, she started her acting career on stage before moving to TV and film. She starred with Elvis Presley in Girl Happy in 1965. After Different Strokes, Mobley continued to act, appearing in shows like Falcon Crest and Designing Women. Her most recent appearance was in the TV show Dead Like Me in 2003. She was married to actor and TV host Gary Collins and they had 3 children. She passed away in 2014. She was 77. Nedra Volz as Adelaide Brubaker. Born June 18, 1908. When Edna Garrett took off in the middle of season 2, it left another vacancy in the housekeeping needs of the Drummonds. Enter the grandmotherly Adelaide Brubaker, played by Nedra Volz at the age of 70, who joined the fray right when Philip ran for city council in the election, and stuck around for 22 episodes before being replaced by Pearl Gallagher, Mary Jo Catlett, in season 5. She played many a crazy lady, including ones in 7 different Norman Lear series, working alongside Strokes alumni Conrad Bain on Maude, and Dodie Goodman on Mary Hartman. She worked opposite Dixie Carter on Filthy Rich and Designing Women. Volz died of complications of Alzheimer's disease in 2003. At age 94, Dixie Carter as Maggie McKinney Drummond. Born May 25, 1939. Hoping to keep the series fresh, Different Strokes drummed up a second wife for Philip Drummond in season 6. He fell for highly successful TV exercise host Maggie McKinney, played by Dixie Carter at the age of 39. She scored an Emmy nomination in 2007 for playing Kyle MacLachlan's creepy mom on Desperate Housewives. She met her third and final husband, Hal Holbrook, on the set of 1981's The Killing of Randy Webster, and her final screen role was as Holbrook's deceased wife in 2009's That Evening Sun. Carter died of complications of endometrial cancer in 2010 at age 70. Almost 2 months before Gary Coleman passed, Dana Plato as Kimberly Drummond. Born November 7, 1964, Dana Plato played the role of Kimberly Drummond at the age of 14. The daughter of Philip Drummond and the adoptive sister of Arnold and Willis. Plato's portrayal of the privileged yet kind-hearted Kimberly was a crucial part of the show's ensemble. Prior to Different Strokes, Plato had bit parts in a couple television shows and films, including Chips and the movie California Suite, then landed the role of Kimberly on Different Strokes and became an instant star. After the show's run, Plato struggled to find her way. She had parts in low-budget films. She also struggled with drug and alcohol addiction, and her life was marked by legal troubles and financial difficulties. She was arrested in 1991 for robbing a Las Vegas video store. The next year she was arrested for forging prescriptions for Valium. Tragically, Plato passed away in 1999 at the age of 34 due to a drug overdose. Gary Coleman as Arnold Jackson. Born February 8, 1968, Gary Coleman played the role of Arnold Jackson at the age of 10. The younger of the two brothers taken in by the Drummond family. Coleman's portrayal of the precocious and witty Arnold made him an instant star. And the catchphrase, "What you talkin' 'bout, Willis?" became a cultural phenomenon. Prior to Different Strokes, Coleman had appeared in television commercials. Coleman had been in and out of hospitals all his life, receiving treatment for congenital kidney disease. The treatment was said to have stunted his growth. Coleman, who was 4 feet 8 inches tall, had a kidney transplant at the age of 5 and a second one when he was 16. At his peak on Different Strokes, he earned $3 million a year. However, he sued his parents and his former manager in 1989, accusing them of misappropriating his trust fund. In 1999 he filed for bankruptcy protection. He was arrested several times and charged with assault and disorderly conduct. He was also arrested on domestic violence charges. He and his former wife, Shannon Price, appeared on the reality show Divorce Court in 2008. Coleman passed away in 2010 due to a brain injury caused by a fall. He was only 42. Todd Bridges as Willis Jackson. Born May 27, 1965, Todd Bridges played the role of Willis Jackson at the age of 13. The older of the two brothers taken in by the Drummond family. Bridges' portrayal of the streetwise and sometimes rebellious Willis was a perfect foil to Coleman's Arnold. Prior to Different Strokes, Bridges played the role of Loomis in the TV series Fish. However, he landed his career-defining role at 12 as Willis. After the show, Bridges had guest appearances on several shows like The Love Boat and Facts of Life. Unfortunately, he fell into the drug scene in the 80s and early 90s. In 1988, the actor was reportedly arrested and tried for the attempted murder of a drug dealer. But he was later acquitted on all charges. Today, Bridges is clean and sober. From 2007 to 2009 he found his footing playing Monk on Everybody Hates Chris. He was most recently seen as 2022's Sangre Negra, Black Blood. Bridges was married to his first wife Dory for 14 years and they had 2 children. Son Spencer, 24, and daughter Bo, 25. In 2022 he married designer Betty O.B. Hiersky, aged 60. Bridges is the only surviving member of the original cast. Mary Jo Catlett as Pearl Gallagher. Born September 2, 1938. Mary Jo Catlett enjoyed a vast comedy career on either side of Different Strokes. On the series, she played Pearl at the age of 40, the Drummond housekeeper on seasons 5 through 8, but could be seen on contemporary sitcoms like Alf, Night Court, and Gimme a Break. Catlett also appeared in high-profile films like Semi-Tough, the 1979 remake of The Champ, and Gainley in John Waters' 1994 horror comedy Serial Mom. Catlett is also a prolific voice actor. Now she is 87. Danny Cooksey as Sam McKinney. Born November 2, 1975. When Mr. Drummond married Maggie in the 1984 season of Different Strokes, she came with a precocious stepson in the form of Sam, played by redhead Moppet Danny Cooksey at the age of 3. Different Strokes was Cookie's first major acting gig after a one-shot appearance on The Dukes of Hazzard, and led into a prolific career that lasts to this day. Cooksey was a controversial figure among Strokes fans, as he was afflicted with Cousin Oliver syndrome. Cooksey would also have a regular role on the 1986 sitcom, The Kavanaghs, as well as the Nickelodeon show, Salute Your Shorts. He appeared as John Connor's hacker buddy in 1991's Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and voiced the wicked Montana Max on Tiny Toon Adventures. Cooksey has also enjoyed a notable music career, having served as lead singer for Bad for Good, a teen band formed by Steve Vai. He has put out several records besides. At 48, he is married with a child and living happily. Now he is 50.